Hey guys, I am back with another YouTube video. Of course, I'm here, and I wanted to talk about a few things. One being, I am opening my eBay shop soon. I have some 3D prints of some heads that I kind of have left over that I've been 3D printing and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't need all of these head sculpts, so I'm going to basically put them up for sale. I have more head sculpts. Yeah, I'll show it on the screen as much as I can. Once I edit the video as best as I can. If it's not in there, I'll post it on my community tabs. Basically the head sculpts that I've been 3D printing, and just gonna be selling because, like I said, I have a lot of copies and duplicates, and I really don't need them. A lot of them. So there's that. Also, on that eBay shop, there will be custom action figures on there. For example, I have my Gojo that I made. He'll be on there for sale. I made a custom Toji Fushiguro, as I've shown you guys. He's up there for sale. And actually, this actually kind of segues into my next thing, which is like the pricing for the custom action figures that I make. And I guess it also kind of just goes in terms of commissions in general. So when I did my commissions for my Broly SHF figures, I mainly charged like 175 to like 180 for them. The figure, the LSSJ Goku, the statue, and then also the SSB Gogeta figure. I haven't done a commission in a minute. I've mainly made custom figures and I've sold them, or I just went on Facebook and I put them up for sale like that. What kind of irked me recently was that I got a message from somebody asking me to basically, asking me to purchase this custom Gogeta figure, which I'll show here. It was this Gogeta figure body that I made. I painted, I sculpted the jacket and everything, right? Because I didn't want the Gogeta to have a removable jacket and yada yada. I wanted to make a Gogeta figure and sell it. Make it and sell it. I put a lot of effort into it as much as I can because I know painting white is hard, especially on Dragon Ball figures. I'd say it's almost roughly as hard as yellow, because painting yellow is very difficult. Now, this person messaged me, they're like, hey, can I just get the legs? And the thing is like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not intending on selling it because, one, the LSSJ Goku's torso does not connect to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku legs. I had to go in, remove the internal system of the SSJ 4 Goku, which is like the midsection connection piece, and then completely drill precisely so that way the LSSJ Goku's upper half can fit into the stomach. And I'm surprised it's still even holding together because it scared me. And I think the cool thing about it too is that it does extend the abs. It extended the abs where it looks more natural and stuff like that. So what kind of got me was the guy was basically, or the person was asking me, can you just paint the figure all over? Can you paint it and repaint the whole figure, right? And this is the thing, I was being very generous with the pricing of this figure. I went ahead and I was going to sell it for like 60 to 70 bucks, which is the same price as LSJ Goku, not cheaper now, right? And to me now, I'm looking at it, I'm like, the figure's not worth it. And here's why. You're basically asking me to take my time to repaint a whole figure, take it apart, add new parts to it, which costs money, painting it, which costs money, sanding and everything, that costs money, right? How I usually go with charging and pricing my stuff is my time, the supplies, and the parts. And I would say I'm relatively fair because I usually go for 175 to 180 to 200 is how much I will sell a custom figure. Me selling this figure for 67, especially I made a Mafex Toji figure and I sold it for 70, which it shouldn't be 70. It was more than 70. It's very generous of me, and I'm not going to charge or change the price to being 70 anymore, simply for the fact that my time my patience, the supplies, and everything like that. Especially some of the stuff that I use is very expensive. Now, I'm not the greatest action figure customizer, right? But I do put the time and effort and a lot of care into what I'm making. Now, I am going to repaint this Gogeta figure, but I'm no longer selling it for what it was. That's one. Two, to tell me, well, can you just repaint the figure and keep it the same price is a big no. If you're asking me to do something, you're basically asking for a commission, and you're basically asking me to... It's going to cost more. I don't know where or in what universe you think that I'm going to do it for free and keep it the same. That's not how that works. I'm sorry if this comes off as a rant or like I'm angry, which I'm not really angry, but I'm more so frustrated. Y'all gotta see, and even if for those who've done custom action figures, you gotta kind of understand, like, if you're asking for something and it's different, you know, if it's a commission or if it's like you're selling something, but then you're telling me to, hey, well, no, keep it the same price, I don't want to do that. Well, then just buy it the way it is, because as rude as it sounds, and like I said, I'm not trying to come off that way, as rude as that sounds, you're basically asking me to repaint this whole figure from scratch, break the whole figure down and start from ground zero. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that for free. I will maybe, and honestly speaking, I wasn't even going to charge that much for the figure anyways. I wasn't going to charge $175. I was going to charge $110, $120, which was even like only 20 to 30 bucks more. But you're telling me and you're being like, well, no, I want you to keep it the same. I'm not charging. I'm not paying triple digits and this and the third. I was like, well, I'm not going to do something. One, if, you know, you're not going to, like, seal the deal with me. And two, you're not going to communicate with me on what you want. And if you're telling me that, well, you want me to do this, but you're not going to help me help you out, then I'm just not going to do it. So all I'm saying is, like, when it comes to, like, the pricing of my figures and the commissions and the customs that I'm doing and selling, I try my best to be fair, because I know a lot of stuff is expensive nowadays, and I try my best to provide and give, you know, the best of my work. Because, like I said, I don't want to sell something that I wouldn't buy, you know, or I wouldn't spend the money on. So that's just me. That's, you know, how I feel about it when it turns into, like, what I'm selling my customs for, the commissions and everything that I do. I am open to do things, but like I said, I'm just not gonna do something if you're gonna basically disrespect what I'm doing, if that makes sense. But aside from that rant, aside from that whole thing, I am going to be opening up my shop. I'm going to be putting up a couple of head sculpts up for sale, because like I said, I do not need a lot of these head sculpts. So yeah, if you guys want any, like I said, I'll post them in my community tab, so you guys can see it clearly. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry for this rant. Yeah, it just kind of annoyed me for a couple days. I guess I wanted to talk about it, but I guess I'm all good now. I don't know, I'm probably just going to make this Gogeta, like, my own Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta figure and call it a day. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.